Hey everybody, Moved Turn GVB back again today with a video for Walken. As promised on a few previous videos, I'm going to give a bit of an update and see kind of where this project's at. Is it still worth investing in? And what should we all be looking to do moving forward? Really keen to get some of your ideas as well as to what maybe I'm not mentioning or what your strategies are. So we can work together and try and get the best out of it that we can. So without further ado, the main reason for this today is the update regarding the gem changes and basically how that's going to affect everybody moving forward. So what Walken's stated is that there's going to be 2 new levels, and that's going to include a level 7 and 8, I believe. And the idea of it is meant to be to try and stop the amount of kind of inflation that's going on at the moment, because I think the project got a little bit flat, and especially the player versus player, there was too much Walken tokens being taken out and not really enough going in. So we've just got a little bit here which I'll read through briefly, just to kind of explain what it is that they're looking to do. So we'll leave the gibberish at the top. So basically what's going to happen, I'm obviously quite an avid Move to Earner, as many of you know if you subscribe to the channel, which if you haven't, get it done. But anyway, moving on. So I was doing a lot more than 10,000 steps a day. At points I was doing maybe 25,000 a day, which in terms of the gem tokens, obviously mine's on a ×3. You would obviously, I was making, lots and lots of gems every day, so I was getting probably about, because I don't think it tracked your steps 100% correct, but between 60 and 80 gems a day, which for upgrading cats is not really sustainable for the game, but obviously I've got to do what works for me. So the change that's come into place is 10,000 steps a day is going to be the maximum, and anything after that will not be converted into gems. So basically the most you're going to be able to get every day is 35 gems from your activity. So you get your 30 if you've got the ×3 for your walking, and then the 5 gem bonus for the end. Now, the reason I've put this together as well is obviously a few people might be a bit worried about how they're going to upgrade and how long stuff's going to take and things. Now, they have been very clever, as they always are, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I think they're a very clever project that they've put together. So you can get your extra gems by doing your daily quests, which I do every day. If you're very into the project, you should be completing, I would say, between 3 and 5 days worth each time round anyway. And within that you'll get let us just check the exact amounts. That's what we got: daily quests, and I believe there's a what I can win at the bottom of here. There it is. So what's in the jar? So the maximum you can get is 50 for a 3-day one, and after that you're looking at between 50 and 200. So there's still a lot of potential there if you complete the tasks and help the kind of overall gameplay that you can win that. And if you do get the 7-day one, which I did the other week, you can get between 100 and 300 gems. So still lots of scope to be able to do that. But what these do is these encourage you to burn a lot of Walken tokens, upgrade and do various other things with the project to help keep it going. So that's still the thing there that you can make. And now what they're also pushing here as well is they're also pushing the Walken Runner, which you can get extra gems from the boxes. If anybody hasn't seen it, I think I've got a box yet to open if I haven't pressed it already. The game itself can be a little bit tedious in points, but again, it's all good for the ecosystem. So I do recommend, if you get a chance, to just do a couple of runs on it, watch a few quick adverts. Obviously they'll be gaining the revenue from that, which obviously keeps the token going and keeps us guys involved with it. Let's just see if this will open up. So yeah, there's one there to open. So just for anybody who hasn't seen this, you just quickly open it here, and you get your 1 Walken token, 2 gems, mysteries, etc. So you can, there's still plenty of ways to get these gems. Now, what the new levels look like is like this. So I've updated 1 cat so far, which is kind of my best cat according to the stats. So where is he? There he is. So as you can see there, level 11. That's the kind of stats that he's pushing. So he's got quite a lot of potential there. Now, as we can see as well, there's 517 gems left there to get him from 11 till 12. And if you want to get him basically to there, you're looking at, which is 492 from level 10 to 11, and then you're looking at these gems here, 517 again. So you're looking at, what's that? Probably about 1,000, just over 1,100 gems to do. So if you can do any of your little tasks, you'll really speed that up, because otherwise you're going to be looking at over a month's worth of walking to get the gems that you're going to need to do that. Now, I haven't seen too much about the gameplay. I did try and have a look at the white paper and things before to see if I could quickly find it. Just in between jobs here. So all I basically could see is, if you were to look at the competition, because I still can't get there yet because I need to move up one more level, is it says ranked race, rank 8, and if you're 0 to 5, you get 7.71 walking tokens. However, if you're between the ranks of 6 to 10, you can get 10.28 walking tokens. For that, I won't let us press it to show you, but I should be there or thereabouts fairly soon, so I'll update you on one of the weekly updates for that, so you can kind of see what that is. But that is some jump between, obviously, your 5.14 walking tokens on level 6 to that. So again, we'll get moved up there. We'll see what is available. Let's just see what this quickly says. I didn't realise this was here. So you got your 3 types of competitions again. Players walking tournaments. Yes, that's just a basic overview of all of the other ones. So there's nothing really too much there, I don't think. I haven't said that. There we go. So greater challenge catathletes, ready to push themselves to the limits and company fire awards. So competition 1 is 7.71 walking tokens, and then competition lost is 15 Miss Berries you can gain from that. Obviously that depends on the rarity of your catathlete as well, but it's a little bit vague, but we'll figure that out when we get closer to the time. So yeah, that's where we're at now. While I've got everybody here, if you made it this far through the video, I am going to be looking to do an investment in the next few days. Now I'm in between 2 minds, as many of you know I do Stepn as well, so I'm in 2 minds as to whether I go for Stepn or whether I go for the walking investment and look to do a player PvP, apologies, buy into that. So what I'm kind of thinking is I either buy 6 items of clothing and the cat that I've just shown you there before, get that guy upgraded. Please comment in the description comment on this video as well and tell us what you think I should do. So yeah, I'm looking to try and potentially buy everything that's of a epic or potentially legendary, if the price is right, to see kind of what's going to be more profitable as the time goes on. So I'll be buying minimum epics to fill the guys' clothing up from scratch. So that'll not be cheap. However, it is a lot cheaper than what it used to be. As we can see here, I think these were about 8 to 10,000 on some of the other videos I've done. So we can see there's a huge drop there. Now, that's one option. Or the other option is to buy a enhanced comfort gem for Stepn. So I'll be looking at trying to get potentially level 6 comfort gem, and try and work with GMT. Now that is what I'm kind of more favouring today. I have changed my mind countless times the last couple of days with this, but I'm a little bit concerned at the moment with the walking token price. However, a famous person did say that, millionaires aren't made in good times, they're made during recessions. So this at the moment is being a hell of a drop, as we can see here over the last, that's the yearly one, which doesn't really give a full indication, but let's say the last month. So there's a huge drop there between what the earnings were to what they are now. Now that is also a good time to buy, so I do accept that. However, with the way that the GMT token's going at the moment, and just to clarify for anybody who's going to try and report me on YouTube, none of this is financial advice. This is purely just my observation and my opinion alone. The Stepn GMT token to me looks a lot more bullish. I mean, this is mainly today because of the inflation news that came out of the USA. That obviously this follows more the Bitcoin kind of pattern. So if we were to look at over the last week or so, that's dropped quite considerably, but over the last month I feel like that's got a better chance of getting back up into the 30 pences, possibly more. I think it was only a couple of months ago that it was at about 38 pence. That was February, because we did have a spike, and it was, that was 9th of March, so it was a little bit longer back than I remember. But Yeah, so effectively, if that was to get back to near that 38 pence mark, I wouldn't have the funds available on hand at the moment to upgrade to the level 6 comfort gem. Also, it would mean selling one of my level 5 comfort gems as well to cover that. So yeah, I'm kind of in two minds, because I think Walken, although it does make me the most money, and I still think it has a lot of potential in it, Stepn's kind of in the long run, I think, going to be a lot more consistent. I think we've kind of went through the first year of nobody knew what this was. It was very new to everybody, and obviously we've had to I think some of us have had to endure some losses. Some of us have done some smart business during that, and I think Walken's maybe slightly going through that now. What I would say is a final one before I do sign off, guys. Walken does seem to be making, in my head, all the right decisions in terms of having burning tokens, not doing what Stepn did, where GST was, the kind of currency and the burning token, because like there was no GMT to really use at the time. You couldn't earn it, and that caused all sorts of problems in the ecosystem. Obviously with the Mistberries is like Walken's version of GST. I think that by using that very early on, they kind of realised how this was going, and looked at only having a limited amount of cats that you can get in the ecosphere of the whole thing. And yeah, that's basically it. Quick shout out as well to the guy who I've seen on Twitter who managed to do the legendary breed the other day, that managed to get 5 out of 6 legendary traits. I believe that cat sold for 200,000 Walken tokens, so not to be sniffed at all. So he's got some big cojones on him to try and attempt to crossbreed them to get those to drop, but they did, so congratulations to him. So yeah, that's basically it at the moment. Please leave us some comments as well, let us know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching again, and we'll catch up soon. Thanks again.